Hi, Dr. Pelto here. Today what we're going to do is we have this patient with this really kind of bad thickened yellow toenail. Her skin isn't normally orange, but we put on this betadine. And I'm just going to test to make sure everything is numb. Can't feel anything. And so what we do first here is we lift off from the base this toenail. And with a toenail like this, I actually find it's easier to remove it from the base than it is down here because it's in so many different pieces and it's what we call friable. It'll kind of break apart. Whereas with the base, you can get underneath it a little bit better. And you can see how I'm just kind of lifting it up. There's a couple of different tools. If we're doing just a simple, a single side, it would be different. We would use something a little bit different, but what I just put on there was a little tourniquet to stop the bleeding. And then I go underneath it here, and I just lift. And you can see how it's easier from the base. And that's the big piece of nail. Another big piece of nail. And this nail has just been painful and bothersome for some time. And this scraping sound is just getting all that other skin off. And that other sound you might be hearing is cutting off a cast off a patient. It's a tissue nipper to get all this hard skin off. And because this is so bad, she's already had this nail removed once. So today we're going to do something called a matrixectomy. And that's where we take the matrix, which is right down here, and we put some medicine on this area to kill it, to kill all the growth cells. So I just make sure I got it all. And then what I do is I have a little sodium hydroxide right here. We use sodium hydroxide in the office. I'm going to put that right on top of here. And I usually do it for about 30 seconds. And I get it all the way in here, right here. Now this is going to make the toe kind of drainy, and it's going to make it a little bit red. And you want to get it all the way in there. So this nail. Now I try to put it everywhere I can, but sometimes some of those cells can be hidden a little bit. So sometimes I have to. Can be a little recurrence. So that's the 30 seconds that I do this on. And this is where most of the growth happens, down here in the base right here. Okay. So after you do that, what you do is you take a little vinegar to neutralize it. And you dry it off. And then the goal is this wouldn't grow back. Sometimes there can be a little bit of an infection or a little bit of regrowth, which we deal with. We see this patient back in 2 weeks. And I put a little bit of this Amerigel on here. This is kind of a special triple antibiotic stuff that I use. And the patient will leave this on until tomorrow. Then they'll soak it and take this off. I always say that If there's any bleeding through, you can just add more dressings. You shouldn't really take this off till tomorrow morning. So this is called a chemical matrixectomy, and you all get to see my favorite part of the whole procedure coming up here in about 2 seconds. This is my favorite part, so you have to watch this. And this is taking the most practice. This is more than podiatry school, was to learn how to do this. Okay, there you have it.